I'm excited to have you here today, and so we can go over some of the benefits of KINACTIF and how you can actually retail and make your customers' hair more healthy and also their scalp more healthy as well. It's unique because it is a prescriptive product line.
We're joined today with Carol Anderson's our Director of Education and our Education Coach. I'm Gary Call, and I'm the Head Coach at KIN, and we've got some great information for you. So we'll turn the rest of the time over to Carol, and she'll be able to guide us through the KINACTIF products and how they're used. Carol, take it away.
Well, first of all, KIN is a company based in Spain, which is really exciting. In fact, we're going to go there in May if anybody would like to join us. We're going to go see the factory as well as have an educational experience there. Some of you may have not heard of KIN because it's new to the U.S. We have actually been in existence for over 80 years, which is pretty cool because we know it performs, we know it works, but we have the excitement of something new to the U.S. KINACTIF is a totally revolutionary product in the fact that it has something that's totally different than anything else you've used. It's called Active Inside System. We will actually refer to this as AIS, and you'll see in a minute how it works. But it actually adheres to the hair better. It's more resistant to leaving the hair, so it actually stays in the hair better, and it penetrates all the way to the cortex and actually stays there and works on the hair from the inside out. And I know we've heard that before from some other companies, but let me show you how this actually truly does work and is uniquely different for us. So actives actually have to do something to the hair. So an active ingredient does something to the hair, the cuticle, in order for it to be inactive. What we do is we micro-encapsulate it with a lipid, and what that does is it drives it into the hair deeper, goes all the way into the cortex, and it's 180% more active on the hair and in the hair. Those of you that have used it, I'm sure we'll get comments from some of you, some of the experiences you have, and I will also share them too. But here's proof of AIS and how it works. The top picture on the left-hand side is without AIS, so they're the same active that's being used on a dissection of the hair. What's lit up is actually the active and how it's working. So without AIS, you'll see that it just sits on the outside of the hair, that particular active. 5 hours later, there's very little of the product left in the hair. On the bottom left-hand corner, we have AIS, so it's the same exact active, but it's micro-encapsulated. Immediately, you can see it goes into the hair. There's some on the cuticle, but there's also quite a bit in the center. 5 hours later, even after you've rinsed, let's say, a conditioner or a mask out, there's proof, and you can see that the product ingredients are still working in the hair and on the hair. That's how the hair becomes so much more healthy. In fact, you'll find as you're using KINACTIF, you start using less and less product, and a lot of people find themselves using very few styling aids. We have some, and they are awesome. We'll go over that later on another webinar. But you find yourself, your hair texture works like it's supposed to work, or if you're trying to heal the scalp too. So we have two different areas. We have scalp-specific products. The ones on the left, Color, Silver, Energy, List, Curl, and Nutri, are all focused to help scalp or hair-specific issues. If somebody has a scalp problem that they want to address, we have 4 different categories. Force, which is for hair loss. Purity is for dandruff, both oily and dry. Balance is if somebody has just an oily scalp and they're trying to balance it out so that they can have a healthier scalp. And then we're finding there's a lot of people that have sensitive scalp. And we use papaya in that situation to actually desensitize the scalp and calm it down. It's a natural anti-inflammatory. So with each category, there's a specific active. So color, we use pomegranate because it's a strong antioxidant. With silver, we use the camellia flower because it's an anti-yellowing property to the flower. Energy, we use grapefruit, and grapefruit is high in vitamin C, as well as we also add collagen and elastin, and that helps to give the hair more flexibility and strength without puffing it up or making it rough like other products that for fine hair that you'll see. List, we use macadamia, and macadamia nut oil helps to ease the frizziness and release it, and that's actually what List means. Curl, we use blueberries to help bounce the curl up so it's less frizzy. Nutri, we use 3 different oils. We use cottonseed, kukui, and argan, which are all very healing but different weights. And you'll see as we go through the products how that helps to heal the hair. We use, with Force, we use white tea. That helps to actually stimulate and clean out the scalp. With Purity, lychee, and you don't have to remember all these, I'm just going to go through them briefly, but we use lychee and tamarind that helps to clean the scalp and actually balance it out. And with Balance, we use the lotus flower, and like I mentioned earlier, papaya for calm. So I'm not going to go through each product per se, how it works, but actually the types of products and how you choose them and the benefits of using them. So the first thing we do, obviously, is cleanse the hair. Typically, I'll teach another trick in a minute. But cleansing the hair, when you're choosing a hair cleanser, because we have such a wide variety, you want to choose your shampoo according to your primary focus. So let's say somebody has fine hair. I obviously want to go to energy because I want to give them some energy and bounce to their hair. We all know also that you shampoo twice. Our customers, we try to explain to them, you shampoo the first time to get the outside dirt and the second time to get from the inside out. What is different with our cleansers is if you retain the shampoo for 2 to 3 minutes, when you rinse out, you can actually feel how the ingredients, the AIS, is working on the hair. In fact, I've had people use, for example, Nutri 3 is for hair that's really, really damaged, and you want to get the structure back in the hair. And they've used shampoo 3 with Nutri a few times and hardly use a conditioner after because it's so nourishing and actually goes into the hair. Conditioner is mostly just to maintain the texture. So once you get it where you need, we'll use reconstructors and masks to make the hair stronger or have more moisture. But the conditioner is what you use just as your basic keep the texture product in. And again, I'd use a primary focus or a secondary focus. So if I had somebody with, let's say they had colored hair, but their hair was natural curly, I may want to use Liss for my conditioner because that will ease the curl, but I also want to make sure the color stays in. So you can cross-prescribe products. Keep that in mind, especially when you're using our conditioners. Our masks are primarily weight focused. So if you'll notice on the second one from the left, there's an energy mask. I have never used a mask for fine hair specific that does not weigh down the hair. And this is truly the first one you'll find that gives the hair what it needs with fine hair specifically, but does not weigh it down. You need 5 to 10 minutes of time for them to process. If you want to, you can add heat and do an in-salon treatment, but we have another exciting product that you're going to go crazy over once you see that. At home, the client can also use a mask and add heat, as well as hot moisture with a hot towel. What I like to do, because I travel a lot, is I have to pare down my product use, and there are many people that are in that category. And I actually use a mask daily, or every time I cleanse, which is about every other day, and just use a smaller amount of a mask in place of a conditioner. And then the day that I really need some moisture, I'll use the mask a little bit more to add more to the hair, and then also add heat. When you start thinking about reconstructors, it does exactly what it says. It restructures the hair. So think strength. If I'm looking at somebody's hair and I wonder, do I use a mask or do I use a reconstructor? I just look at, do I need to really pump up the hair as far as giving it strength and structure? That's when I go to a reconstructor. Think ultra fast. These actually work in 1 minute. That's all you need to have on the hair. In fact, that's the whole purpose these were made, is we're finding a lot of people need to add strength to their hair, but they don't have a lot of time. You can leave a reconstructor on longer for an added benefit. You can also, because it's accumulative, you can also layer, so you could do more than one treatment in a day. If you add heat, it also intensifies. Just make sure you cool down before you rinse off. These are also meant to be at-home treatments. The Injector is what I'm really excited to show you and share some proof of how it works. Injectors are different than anything else you've used. Each tube is a one application tube. They're very small. They're just they're 18 milliliters. So it's just under an ounce. It typically will work on a whole head of hair if it's medium length. If it's shorter, you're going to get 2 applications out of 1 tube. Think 4 times stronger than any mask or reconstructor you've used. And it truly does work from the inside out. You need 5 minutes minimum of application or retention with this. I usually go about 20 minutes or 15 under heat when I'm doing an in-salon treatment, and then cool off and rinse. This will restructure the hair. In fact, we have salons that are using injectors in place of glossers after color every single time. They're adding to their ticket, but they're also giving the customer more time or more shine on the hair.
Carol,
it can also be, yeah.
How much are you charging for an injector treatment?
So what I would do is, look at how you charge. If you're doing a deep conditioner, charge that same price with just a little bit more because it is stronger than a deep conditioner in the salon. We have a salon in Utah. I think they're adding $25 every time they use an injector after a color. So they're really bumping up their ticket, but also the customer is getting better color retention.
Great.
So you can also use this post-color just for 5 minutes, and that's all it takes, just to reside on the hair and then rinse out. Here's an example. This was sent to us by Corey Rampton. She's based in Bountiful, Utah. She started using KINACTIF just right about Christmas time. And we keep on getting these pictures of before and after of injectors and how strong they are as far as visually. You can see a huge, huge difference. You can tell the lighting hasn't been changed. This was not after a color. It was actually all there was a trim, shampoo, and then also injector. That is it. That's pretty amazing. We also have spray-in treatments that you can use for a detangler. You can use it for pre-cutting. Again, choose by your primary focus first. The pH is really low on all of these, so it's 3 to 3.5. You'll notice color sealer on the left, and it does exactly that. Seals the color. I would use this in the salon after every single chemical, as well as you can send it home with your guest for them to use every time they cleanse their hair. You'll notice on the far right, we have sun care. We actually have a sun care line that is truly, truly is unique in that this particular part of our sun care is waterproof. So for all of those sun-loving folks, those sun goddesses out there, this is something you definitely want to spray in your hair when you're outside. Reapply after 90 minutes just like you would for sunscreen.
It looks like these all do different things.
They do. So I have a color sealer. And then I also have a curl activator. So if I have curly hair, I want to spring that curl up but keep it less frizzy. It's my go-to spray-in treatment, leave-in treatment. And then hydrator does just what it says. It helps to add moisture, and it's for particularly dry hair or hair that's been sensitized. We have another treatment that is hugely unique in that it's called an extract. What an extract is, I call it a triple treat because you get 3 different treatments in one. It nourishes the hair, it protects the hair from sunshine elements and thermal protection, and there's just a little tiny bit of light styling holding factor. So when you actually apply an extract, you apply this after the hair's been shampooed and conditioned, you're ready to style, but no styling aids on yet. It's the first thing you put on, and then you blow dry, or you can add styling aids to it. And they're all, again, focused on what the hair needs. Extract color is for color treated hair. Extract energy is for hair that's fine. Liss is for hair that needs to have the curl released from it. So let's say fuzzy hair or super curly hair. This works also very good on mixed ethnicities, and it's just a beautiful product for that type of curly hair. And then also we have an extract nutri that is for hair that is very dry or that it needs to be restructured because of the chemical damage. So I choose between those according to the hair texture. I may have someone, let's say they have colored hair, but then I also maybe highlight it and they are also in the sun. That's when I definitely go to Nutri versus color. So I look at their primary need, but also the secondary need helps me if I need to cross prescribe. We also have hair serums, And these are focused again on the hair type. They all heal and protect. They can all be used on wet or dry hair, but they are focused on what the hair needs. So Liss is for natural curly hair. It's primarily has macadamia nut in it, so it's a heavier serum, which is what's needed with natural curly hair. Nutri is a serum that helps to repair the hair from on the ends especially. So if I have really fine hair, but it's been damaged, I definitely would go to Nutri. Oleo, I'm really excited about. It's our newest serum. It has all 4 oils in it, macadamia, cotton, and argan. I can use this several ways. The primary use is I would use it before drying and after drying, like I do the other serums. Here's my secondary that I love. I can add it to any chemical. I can add it to a lightener if I'm concerned because the hair is fine, but I need to actually get some color out of it. I can add it to color in small amounts. I love adding it to injectors. If I want the ultimate treatment, remember injectors are 4 times stronger than a mask. If I really, really want to get some moisture in there, I add Nutri to it. The other one is, for you men out there that are growing your beards right now, this is the go-to beard oil that I use on men, and the comments are coming in like crazy right now. When I actually started using it, I could see when I put it on their client's beard, the beard just changes and evolves more like hair. It's not fuzzy. You can actually move it. It's moldable, but it's not sticky. And the comment I get back from the person that's using it is, it made such a difference. My skin doesn't itch. The Nutri Oleo is beautiful for that. So think of this as using for different ways than just blow drying. So that is just a real brief overview of all of our hair specific categories. So I want to go into the scalp specific. You'll notice with this picture the bottle has 2 different colors. That's not exactly how the bottle comes, but it's to show you that the hair specific products, they have more of a creamier bottle, and you'll see as we look at the scalp specific products, it's very vanilla-y. And what's nice is when you see this on the shelf, you can easily just go to the darker vanilla colors and know I need this for the scalp when you're new. So we'll start off with pre-scalp treatments. What a pre-scalp treatment is to really kind of boost up the results that I'm looking for. I'm going to use this. They come in a tube, and there's a gel, a clay, or a massage. So the gel and the massage are very gelatin feeling, and then the clay for balance is just what it says. It feels like a clay. So no matter what I'm looking for, the result, I apply the tube to the scalp only because I'm looking to really help heal the scalp. Apply it just like I would a tint retouch all along the scalp, massage it in. I retain for 5 to 10 minutes. Then I go ahead and use the appropriate shampoo over the top to shampoo this out. I'm going to do that process, and then I'll add another step in just a moment. I'm going to use the tubes, the scalp preparation. I'm going to use that 2 to 4 times a month. So it's not something they have to really focus on, oh, I got to do this every day. It's just really to boost up the results and get the results they want, to get rid of dandruff, whether it's oily or dry, get rid of the grease on their scalp, and then also if they have sensitive scalp, I would definitely send massage home with somebody that is getting color that is really, really sensitive. Our color is PPD free, so it's really gentle on the scalp, but there are those people that still have a sensitive scalp, so this is something they could do the day before, the morning before their color, and they could come in and their scalp would feel just fine. So once I've prepared the scalp, I go right into my shampoo and get ready to shampoo again. Shampoo twice, but let it retain for 2 minutes. This really makes all the difference in how the AIS works to really drive into the scalp in this situation to clarify and cleanse and heal. I'm going to use these specific shampoos for whatever need I'm hitting 2 to 3 times a week. So for instance, if I have somebody with hair loss, I would use Force 2 to 3 times a week, and then I would alternate using a different shampoo in between.
I noticed, Carol, it says condition hair after. I need to use something on the hair after I've used these shampoos?
Absolutely. These shampoos are just scalp specific. If they obviously have hair too, so I want to make sure and address their hair issues. So I would choose from the hair specific category to make sure that their hair is receiving the benefits that it needs. Once I have shampooed, so I pre-treated the scalp, I have shampooed, then once I'm out of the sink, then I need to add a tonic in and apply it, and you'll notice it's called a leave-on treatment. It's meant to be left on the scalp. It helps to heal the scalp and, again, balance out whatever is going on with the scalp. So I use this after my shampoo and conditioner. I apply it directly on the scalp. Look at the tonics on the right side. So the bottles, there's a Force Tonic, Purity, and also Balance. I'm going to apply this 2 to 3 times a week. So I use it in conjunction with the shampoo, and if I need to use a preparation product as well. So 2 to 3 times a week I'll use the entire system. You'll notice there's a box with little small ampules right in the middle of your screen. Think of this as turbo boosting your hair loss, that you really want to boost up the hair gain. I use this 2 to 3 times a week. The day I use Trico-Active, I do not use Force Tonic. So I would shampoo with my Force shampoo. I would then go ahead and condition the hair. Then when I get out of the shower, I would add the Force Tonic to the scalp. There's a little cap that comes on as well that you can add, you put on top so you can apply it and just drop it on the scalp, massage it in, and you're good to go. There's 12 little ampules in that box. That box will last approximately 1 quarter or 12 weeks. You will typically use this, the Trico-Active, 2 or 3 times a week. 2 times is suggested. And then in between, I would use the Force Tonic. So I never use Trico-Active and Force Tonic on the same day. They're alternated. So that's something to really be aware of. And the results, if you've ever had hair loss from surgery or hormone change or stress, or, I mean, the list goes on, poor nutrition, we really see a lot of growth from this because of the Procopil, and I would ask you to look up Procopil online. You'll see how that particular active ingredient really does start to grow the hair. This is a lot of information to, I know, absorb at once. So we'll be sending out, we'll make it so you can access this at a glance document so you can see, okay, well, I know there's a lot of products, but now I don't know what to use. You can see when I look at color on the upper left-hand side, I know I have a shampoo, a conditioner and mask, injector, reconstructor, extract, and sealer. So I can easily see, well, let's say my client has colored hair, and that's her main focus, so I'm going to stay within that category. I know I need a shampoo, and she needs a daily conditioner, but maybe that particular person is dealing with their hair is breaking. So I would choose to use a reconstructor for my once a week deep intense treatment. And then I really want to lock that color in, so I would probably send the color sealer home with them as well as use it the day of the color. So that's kind of how I choose the steps and the products that I need to put together. So I'll work within the category, and then if I need to cross-prescribe, I go ahead and do that.
Carol, can you give us an example of somebody with, that's being cross-prescribed? Go back to the chart and give us somebody that's got, let's say, extremely fine hair that's damaged.
Okay, so let's say I have fine hair that's damaged. I would use Energy shampoo, so it's super fine. I know it's really damaged, so I want to, maybe they can handle a conditioner daily. So I would go to a conditioner in Nutri, because Nutri is going to help that damage on the hair. And then my weekly treatment, I would definitely go back to the Reconstructor and Energy. The other thing is I may consider giving them an extract, because that is my go-to. Once you get somebody on an extract, they are not going away. I would definitely use Energy extract for that person to, again, nourish the hair but protect it. Does that answer your question, Gary?
Yeah, that's a good example.
All right. Any other questions about products?
I think we've done pretty well. We've covered all the ones that have been asked. So
Perfect.
let's tease with what's coming.
Oh my. Get ready for Kin Essence. This is coming out in May, I believe is the launch date. Gary, you can tell me if it's adjusted. But there's 3 products. Actually, there's 4 that's not pictured. And what the basis of this product is, we use an oil from every single continent. So there's 5 specific oils within this product. It is our luxury, even more luxurious product category. And the people that use this, I had a very few samples I gave away during the holidays, and every single person came back and wanted it. And I don't have it in until May, but you're really, really going to like this one.
It's an awesome shampoo, mask, and oil. And the surprise product that's coming is a oil cream. They've actually taken the Kin Essence oil and turned it into a cream-based oil it'll blow you away. It's an absolutely amazing styling product.
Yeah, we're excited about that. You can tell in our voices, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. We want to thank everybody for joining us today for our KINACTIF webinar. We have additional webinars planned. We're going to do a breakdown webinar of the KINACTIF hair care line and do a more intensive product knowledge on each individual product. We have a webinar coming for Kin Men, as well as a webinar for our Kin Color line. So we look forward to having you attend future webinars. As I reminded you, the webinar will be available via links from our private YouTube channel, and we invite everyone to stay connected with us. Please check us out on Facebook at Kin North America. Follow us on Twitter. Check out our Instagram, and also our Pinterest is just coming up, and we're starting to post on Pinterest. We're excited about staying in touch with you and keeping in contact and spreading the word. If you have salons that are interested in finding more about Kin, make sure they check out our website and get in touch with us. We look forward to networking with them and helping them grow their business. That's what we're about, is just helping salons one by one change their world and use the very best products, give the very best service to their clients. So thanks again for being with us today. And thank you very much, Carol. You did a great job.
Hey, thank you. I hope everybody has a great active day.